Alrighty, this one's for my boy Qbelushi. I'm just gonna call you Q, bro. So I didn't listen to this video when you first sent it to me. It's actually cracking me up listening to this. I don't know if this was like you with like your girl or something, but you were like, "Yo, get over there," and she was just laughing at you, and you were like, "That's it, that's it." Anyways, that just cracked me up. I just think that's funny, bro. All right, so we're gonna break down your swing here. We got this down the line angle is probably the best angle that I think we can work from, and then from here, from this angle, I can't really see a whole lot. Nothing that I can't already tell from the other angle, so we're just gonna let this one go. But let's make sure that we don't get any calls or anything while we're doing this little swing breakdown for you, Q. All right, dude. So let's break this down. There's a couple things I see in your swing. Here we go. So the first thing I want to talk about is your takeaway. So from this angle, it's still not exactly down the line, but it's probably fine enough. I can tell that you have what's called an inside takeaway, and I'm going to point out some things in your swing right now that I'm not going to fix in this video. I'm going to send you drills and stuff that I have links for already. So this video that you're watching is just going to be a breakdown of like swing and the things that are going wrong and kind of where they're going wrong. That way the drills that I send you make a little more sense as to like why I'm sending them to you. I'm not just sending you random videos. So here we go. The inside takeaway, it can be pretty devastating, especially for beginners or even pros. Like if you have an inside takeaway, like you're kind of screwing yourself from the start. So that's already tough. But I do like the grip. Interlock is not my favorite. I like overlap, but it's all good. You got that interlock grip, so your grip looks good. Your thumb is mostly across the line, so just as long as you have watched like a grip video, you know how to hold the club. That inside takeaway is going to cause you to come a little bit more over the top usually. So that's kind of what we see here, right? Because we come on the inside, we're going to naturally want to come back to the ball on the outside. And that's kind of what we've got happening here. The next thing that I'm going to point out is your hip rotation. So from this angle, there's not a whole lot of hip rotation that you've got happening except on the follow through. And that's such a big part of the golf swing because that's where we load and get all of our power from. Now what we see in your swing is you kind of like sit down in your right hip. See like kind of how all your weight goes from your lead foot to your back foot. A good signifier of this is your lead foot here. So you can kind of see how that comes off the ground. In the golf swing, we want about 80 to 85% of our weight needs to be on that front foot throughout the entire golf swing. And I can see right here that you've got about, like almost 100% on the back foot in this blink of a moment. And so what that does is it makes it harder for you to get back to the ball because now you're just relying on your athleticism to allow you to hit the ball in time, right? If we ever don't get that weight through or like if it's off at all, you're going to either top it, blade it, or chunk it. All three of those come from bad weight distribution. So that video I'm going to send you is going to help a lot because weight distribution is humongous in the golf swing. We need that dialed in. We got to fix the inside takeaway, fix the lack of hip rotation, fix the weight. And the last and final thing I think I'm going to point out here, it's very slight, so it's not like a huge problem that sticks out to me. But right here what you've got is a lot of hinging of the wrist and kind of opposite what we want to happen with the wrist at the top. So we typically want our wrists to not be cupped, which basically means like your logo is kind of coming towards you a little bit. We want it more like if you can think of vrooming a handlebar and thinking of bowing the wrist, if you know what that is. If you look at Dustin Johnson or John Rahm, they do this move really well with their left hand. So it's about kind of vrooming the handlebars of a motorcycle, right? We want to bow that wrist out, push it away from you so that the logo, so that you can't see the logo. If you were to look at your hand right now, you'd be able to see that logo. I want that logo to be straight up facing the sky. And right now it's kind of going like towards like those telephone poles. It's angled towards these. I want that to be straight up, kind of pointing exactly where your club face is. And bowing that wrist is going to allow you to have control over the face and close the face more instead of leaving it wide open like this. So that's fixing the cupping of the wrist. That's another big aspect of golf that we got to have dialed in for an efficient golf swing. We got to fix the bowing, fix that inside takeaway, And then you've got this slightly over the top swing where you can kind of see like the butt of your club, right? Just the butt of the club right after your hands grip it. You kind of pull that towards the ball. See how like when you finish your swing, you come over the top, and now we're pulling that towards the ball. We want not so much of a pulling, but a releasing of that right arm. We want that to uncurl. Your right arm is in a good spot right now. This is actually a good position with your right arm. It's in that kind of 90-degree angle. We want that to uncurl and unfold towards our right hip and drop that into our pocket. And instead what we see is you kind of pulling that club, which does shallow it, but because we haven't bowed our wrists, you're going to meet the ball open at impact. And because you're not using your hips and rotating properly, that's also going to make that difficult to get square and time up well. So those are all the things that I've got for your swing, brother. Grip is fine, but we want to work on hip rotation, that inside takeaway, the cupping of the wrist, the over-the-top swing, and weight distribution. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. So if I repeated some, my bad. But that is definitely what we want to go to fix your swing and hone your swing in a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to make sure you're subscribed to the channel that I'm sending you this video on. That's kind of what I ask in return for doing these golf lessons, because I give them out for free. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. I'm going to send you some drills now that are tailored to those things that I mentioned. And yeah, dude, thanks for the support, and I appreciate the love and all the stuff that you got happening over here with your girl. Best of luck with all that. And hit some crease shots. Looks like there's some crease over here to hit off of. So move the mat out of the way next time and hit one of those, and let me know how that goes for you. All right. And as you say, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Wait, we gotta get one that's it from you.
That's it.
That's it. All right, brother. Catch you.